Has this ever happened to you? You are just scrolling through your phone, maybe in between work, maybe just killing time, and suddenly, there it is. Your best friend just texted about landing their dream job. Your sibling just posted the engagement photos. That one classmate, the one who never seemed to take anything seriously, just launched a startup. And you smile, of course you do. You double tap, maybe even leave a message expressing your happiness. But somewhere, quietly, almost secretly, there's a tightness in your chest, a small aching voice that wonders, why not me? It's not that you don't want good things for them, you do, but this ache doesn't hate, it's jealousy. And almost immediately, guilt follows. How can I even feel this way about someone I love? Let's take a moment and really ask, who is this you that feels jealous? In the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, verse 44, Krishna explains it beautifully. Above the senses is the mind, above the mind is the intellect, and above the intellect is the self. The part of you that feels jealous, that's your mind, reacting to a moment of lack. But the part that's watching, that's nothing. But the part that's watching, that's noticing the jealousy. That is your deeper self. And that self doesn't need comprehension to feel complete. But still, why do we feel jealous? Even towards the people we care about? Because somewhere deep down, your mind believes if they have it, maybe there's less left for me. Their joy feels like proof of your absence. But the truth is, their light doesn't take away yours. And sometimes, jealousy isn't even about them. It's grief dressed as envy. It's that quiet heartbreak that whispers, when will it be my turn? And that's where you can choose to shift, not by pretending to be happy, but by getting curious. Ask yourself, what about their success is pointing me toward what I deeply desire? If their love, their job, or their opportunity stays something in you, maybe it's showing you what truly matters to your soul. Let their joy be a mirror, not of your lack, but of your possibility. And when you feel that jealousy, don't fight it. Name it with gentleness. Oh, this is my mind comparing again. This is longing, wearing another mask. That simple act of noticing creates space. And in that space, you stop being inside the emotion, you become the observer. Over time, your heart softens. You begin to feel happiness for others, not out of duty, but because you no longer see their joy as a threat. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, verse 32, Krishna says, the one who sees the happiness and sorrow of all beings as their own is the highest yogi. And no, you won't get there overnight, and no, you won't get there, and yes, you won't get it overnight. This isn't about becoming perfect, it's about becoming free. Because at the end of the day, what's meant for you will find you. It may not come when you want it, but it will come when you are ready to hold it. The Gita doesn't promise that life will be fair, but it reminds you, you are not the storm, you are the sky, it passes through. This is how we transform jealousy into awareness, longing into clarity, comparison into compassion. This is your Gita for the modern soul. Subscribe to Vedanta for more timeless truths. Om Shanti.